The views and opinions presented on this program do not necessarily reflect those of the staff or management of Welcome Night Media. Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Big Norm of the Three Queens Guys. I'm doing a solo podcast today. My first ever called Contrarian Corner. Usually I post videos on my YouTube page, Prometheus Returns. Dealing with daily life and struggles and all this. But today I got home from work and I wanted to talk about something very important. Something that is dear to all of us in America. It's the internet. If you don't know, by today, Net Neutrality was repealed. Title II Net Neutrality was repealed by the FCC and the scumbag Ajit Pai. Now, Ajit Pai, let's be honest. This guy is corrupt. He is greedy. He probably takes money under the table for Verizon. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen someone so blatantly just outright deny and be in denial of America screaming at him not to turn back the clock on the internet. This is basically his actions today, and the FCC's ruling on repealing net neutrality has basically given the power to the major conglomerates and ISPs, corporations out there, such as Comcast and Verizon and Fios, I should say, my mistake. On all the cable companies that exist out there in America. There is a place in Portugal, or just Portugal, you can Google it yourself, that there is no net neutrality, so the corporations run amok over there, and basically they charge certain fees for you to just get online and browse certain web pages. Like, they have a package where you can get a Facebook package or a Twitter package, and you have to pay an extra fee on top of that just to even access this shit. It makes zero sense for me as like when I'm looking at things and I'm like, why is this guy doing this? I really don't know why he's doing it. I really wish I could understand why he's doing it. But it's like, I don't understand. I just don't. I came home and I couldn't believe my Twitter was blowing up with this repealing net neutrality shit. He has to know what he has done has destroyed the internet as we know it. There will be no more fast downloads. There will be no more freedom of the internet. Just people going online willy-nilly looking at everything on YouTube and making memes and all this nonsense. Basically, all the ISPs will be in control of every single digital footprint, and they'll throttle speeds, they'll throttle your networks, they'll basically just block your websites if they don't like what you're saying about them, or if they don't like you or you're threatening them, they'll basically block you. No freedom of speech anymore at all. Basically, it's like that show Continuum, where the Congress took over the entire government and basically everybody lived a dystopian future where the people who was in control, like the 1%, basically ruled everything, and basically their companies basically controlled everything. They made slaves out of people. They put chips in their brains. They basically like ruined their lives. They basically had livestock and animals and basically treated humans as cattle. It was horrible. And basically a group of freedom fighters from their time went back into our time and basically went to stop them. They was deemed terrorists because their acts was barbaric. But in this day and age, we might have to resort to barbarism to get our point across, because it seems that no amount of begging, no amount of calling, no amount of emailing will appease them. The only thing they understand is either money, violence, or power. That's it. As a human being, that's it. That's all they understand. Money, violence, or power. If we ain't got money, we damn sure got the violence. And if we ain't got the violence, we damn sure don't got the power. So only thing we can do is depend on violence to get our point across. If that's what it's gonna have to come down to, deep down inside my soul, deep down inside every human being's soul, that's being oppressed. You have to understand that violence is all they have. Violence is all we have to show to get our point across. They've already taken away everything we've had. They basically just rammed this tax reform bill down our throats and going to punish the poor people of America. Now they're going to punish us on top of that with no internet. Basically, if you lived in a rural town and your internet company is Comcast and your state can't compete by building a self-regulated ISP statewide, then Comcast is your only choice to get internet. So now you have to go online, pay Comcast, then pay a fee just to even surf the net. You probably have to pay a fee just to check your email. That is horrible. Horrible. That is horrible. I've never heard of such an asinine or lecherous type thing. I can't fathom this. It's mind blowing to me. As a regular guy, it's mind blowing to me to see these companies. Verizon in particular. Verizon is behind this whole entire thing. They're basically paying Ajit Pai under the table. I'm gonna be honest with you, America. They're basically paying him under the table to push this through. All the little major conglomerates out there, they're probably funneling money into these dudes' pockets under the table. But do the feds do an investigation on this? No. Does anybody stand up and say, hey, guys, I think you're corrupt. I think you're on the take? Does anybody even care? In the government? No. It's sad because now we have to just depend on regular people to get our point across. And the only thing we can do is resort to violence. I'm sorry, that is a base emotion, but what else can we do? We don't have the money to pay them off. We don't have the money to lobby them, because lobbying is bribery in other words, but it's legalized bribery in terms of government. You know, nobody even checks this guy's Ajit Pai's past as far as him being a shill for Verizon. He's basically came on the internet basically telling everybody online that I'm going to destroy the internet, and there's nothing you can do about it. And he's making jokes left and right, and I'm like, in the real world, if you said this to a street dude, you'll get lit up. There wouldn't be nowhere for you to run, nowhere for you to hide. It'll be crazy. So, as I was saying before I was interrupted, Jesus Christ, I just don't understand how people could just allow this guy to even walk the streets unharmed and just be carefree and making jokes and pissing people off left and right. I don't understand how you have the people who invented the internet telling him not to do this. We invented the internet. It is not for you to give control over the keys over to the ISPs, and they will have dominance over everybody. You're basically destroying the greatest invention mankind has almost ever made. Well, one of the greatest things ever made. But still, you're gonna just hand over the keys to these people because you think that it's unfair to them? No, it's only unfair to them because they are losing subscribers, they are losing customers, they are losing cable subscriptions because nobody wants their programs anymore. The internet has made a equal playing field, and they can't control it, so they seek to subvert it, corrupt it. And that is what it boils down to. They have basically used Ajit Pai to make this thing happen. The thing they fought for so long, they finally got it because they paid this guy off. They paid him off to do this. Everybody's asking how, why? The only reason any man has went to extreme lengths to piss the entire world off has always either been about he's chaotic or it's been about money. It's always about money. Somebody needs to open an investigation on his financial background, all his accounts. I mean, like, the IRS really needs to dig into him. I mean, there needs to be a a federal subpoena or a investigation, a deep, like, I mean, like, they need to see who's at Verizon, who's he linked up with, who's behind this whole thing, because you can't have the entirety of America come out and be like, oh, well, we don't want this, and then one man turns around and says, I don't care, I'm in control, I'm going to do what I want to do and basically destroy the world. I mean, there has to be somebody that can stop him. There has to be somebody out there that can reverse this whole entire thing. And I was looking online, and basically they're saying that it can get repealed by a majority of Congress in some sort of vote, which is cool, but it shouldn't have got this far. The way this guy has basically ran roughshod over the FCC, I have never seen any FCC commissioner been in the internet, been on camera, been on TV, basically trying to get his personal image out there to a point of self celebrity stardom. It's sad, it's sick, it's fucking disgusting. He is disgusting. I am sickened and saddened by how corrupt this world has been. It's fucking corrupt, and it's disgusting, and it's so blatantly in your face. It's so blatantly in your face. I just can't stand it. I mean, I really can't stand it. I really don't understand how one man can go to sleep with what he's doing. How can you have this whole world on your mind, that you're destroying this creation that the world made, and you're basically going to say, I'm going to do it, and the whole entire world is telling you no, and yet you want to do it anyway. It's maddening. I just don't. I'm personally at a loss for words. I'm really stuck. All I know is that it's not a good look for the internet today. I mean, I'm trying to get this podcast out because who knows if YouTube will shut this down? Who knows if I will be throttled? Who knows if y'all will even hear this podcast? I honestly do not know. I wish I did. The only thing we could do right now is talk to your congressmen, talk to your senators, talk to your politicians, talk to whoever has a semblance of power, and get this thing repealed. Get this overturned, get this reversed. Because this is a fight that we should have to really dig in and fight for. This is a fight that y'all should call to arms. Everybody, Republican, Democrat, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Jewish, whatever denomination you are, religious or otherwise. The internet is supposed to be for us all. We can't have one man destroying this at all. We can't have it. We can't. I can't just log in and see, oh, pay $10.99 for Facebook access. I would be like, I'm not going to do it. You know how many internet companies will lose customers and money over this? Then everybody's gonna have to start going outside and playing like they used to. It would be crazy. It would be like, I'm gonna read a book. Most of the businesses that started after, like in the 90s when internet first started, was web developers and engineers and entrepreneurs, and I'm one of them. Most of my business is started on the internet, such as my book publishing and my writing. It's basically internet wise. It needs the internet to fuel it, and I can't deal with this. I can't deal with the fact that, you know, one man has basically destroyed like damn near 95% of the small business communities out there, and he is basically getting away with it, laughing in our faces like it's a joke to him. I'm really stressed out right now. I wish I knew what to do. I wish I knew who to talk to. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're here listening to this podcast, like I said, please find a way to get in touch with whoever's in power whoever has the keys, whoever is a politician, senator, I don't care. Demand things, demand this rule to not go in effect, demand this net neutrality repeal to be overturned. We have to take it to court. New York City, I know personally, I've seen the Twitter account just now that they're actually going to take the whole entire FCC to court because of this, and like damn near 15 states have hopped on the bandwagon. They're basically taking them to court. This will probably be a Supreme Court case. That's how big this thing has become. It's crazy how big this thing has become. Now, I don't know what happens after this. All I do know is that we have to just fight. We can't stay home. We can't be unheard. We have to fight. There's nothing left for us to do other than fight. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Big Norm, and this is the first ever Contrarian Corner. My first, I would say, political podcast. And I just wanted to say, it's been good talking to you. I'll holler at you later. Stay vigilant, y'all.